This is the player card. Here are a player's motivations. How
My mic was muted the entire time. I need to like keep remind. I'm incredibly sorry. I am incredibly sorry. I forgot that my mic was muted the entire time. What I was trying to say is, I'm good. Um, but I was trying to say like, um, yep, it's good for me. To be honest with you, um, what I was trying to say is, Cub Lover 24. He recommended doing this idea, and I was talking about like how Giants have a lack of talent really in general, and this team needs a lot of work heading into heading into the next off season when they're probably not going to make it to the postseason once this team takes a complete 180. So that's what I was trying to say. But and also Daniel Jones' contract is freaking ridiculous, ridiculous. Mm-hmm. Um, So, yeah. What I want to do is just cut Daniel Jones. Or trade him, one of the two. Just because of the factor that we will be getting him without a significant impact of terrible um, cap if we did decide to cut him. So, there are other players I want to get rid of, like Leonard Williams. Like, let's just, like, completely try to, like, build from scratch, kind of. Like, outside of, like, players, like, not, like, completely just destroy this entire team. Like, I think Isaiah Simmons is good enough. Bobby Okereke is good enough. Dexter Lawrence and Deontay Banks are good enough as well. But there definitely are some players, especially on offense, that need to be traded. Darren Waller is the first one I think that needs to go. Just the factor that Darren Waller is 30 years old. He's going to progress. He needs to go. He just needs to go. We need to get assets, and we need to hope that these assets can turn into, well, good assets. So let's see here. Let's see the Commanders. The Commanders are known for trading pieces for trading pieces. Okay, so a first round pick did not work, which I guess I kind of expected, but I'm very surprised of how close it was though. I know like Sohan Shepard is up. You know what? Let's try to see this. Bobby McLean. It could use some depth at safety. Okay, so it's green, like dark green, in that matter. That um that you recommended this idea. So and then, you know what? Just a pup. They do need at left guard, so alright, trade accepted. So pretty much we're trading two honestly not that useful assets in Darren Waller, who's actually good, for a first round pick. I'm not gonna complain, even if this is a divisional rival, but none of these players are going to make a big impact on this team because they're all pretty freaking old. So like it might make an impact for them this year, but outside of that, it's not going to make an impact. Artwan Robinson. I mean, yeah. I mean, I guess I could try to find like a 5th or something. Maybe a 3rd. Like, I don't know, like something. Because like, let's see here, 3rd round pick. I'm actually very surprised I was accepted, but I am not going to complain. Who else do we want to get rid of? I want to get Adoree Jackson and Leonard Williams. Leonard Williams, I think I will do with a later trade, but Adoree Jackson is going to be the last player for now that's going to get traded. And you know what? Let's trade it to the Vikings. You know, they could definitely use corner. How about a 2nd next year? That's all I'm asking for. 2nd next year for exchange of Adoree Jackson. Yep, and that trade is accepted. Nice. Now, offense. Sterling Shepard, he's gotta go. I think Robertson's gotta go just because of how much depth there is at receiver, and I would like to see Jalen White get a couple of chances to play at receiver. So, there's that. And Saquon Barkley and Daniel Jones are also going to get traded. So there are definitely a lot of players that are going to get traded. Let's start up with Sterling Shepard. With that, we're also going to be trading Leonard Williams, which they're both going to be in the same package. Because they're kind of around the same age and worth value, so it'll be interesting to see how much they're going to make an impact for. Okay, now I know obviously this won't be accepted off the rim, but I'm curious to see how close. Okay, it is kinda halfway-ish. Okay, so let's see here. 2 first-round picks for these two. I think that could happen. Okay, not red, but at the same time, it's still not even close. So let's try to throw in a 2025 first instead, and you know what? Let's just like try to get like a death piece player, like Darren Davis. How about that? Alright, trade accepted. 1st round pick next year, and Darren Davis, who, like I said, be a death piece. For exchange of Leonard Williams and Sterling Shepard. Now, Deontay Johnson will get traded. I'm assuming he's probably not going to get traded for that much, I'm assuming, because, like, he isn't, like, a big receiver, but he can definitely help a team that is in need of receivers, like the Tennessee Titans. How about a 2nd next year? No. No. Okay. Let's see here. Thank you, I really appreciate it. Like, I actually, like, genuinely mean it. It's just, like, I'm kind of focusing on trying to trade these players. How about Matt Brie? Okay. Maybe let's try to throw in, like, a mid-round pick, because, like, they kind of could use some picks this year. Not close, but I'm assuming with this 4th it's going to work. And then maybe, like, throw in, like, I don't know, a 6th next year or something? I don't know. Like, just try to throw something next year as well. Okay. I don't think that's even enough, which is very... Oh, never mind. I guess they worked that 6th round pick a lot for some reason. So a 2025 2nd round pick from Tennessee for exchange of Denard Robertson, Matt Abria, and a 4th. So not big assets outside of that 4th that I traded away. So, Daniel Jones will be the next guy. Daniel Jones, I'm just honestly hoping for, like, I don't know, a 5th round pick, like a team that actually needs a quarterback. Like, let's see here. Which team could use a quarterback? What team here? Maybe the Jets? Like, just throw in, like, a 4th, I guess. Like, just a 4th round pick. Alright, trade accepted. Daniel Jones for a 4th. Honestly, that would be very interesting to see how they would deal with his contract. Then the last player.
This is the development trade.
Certainly not.
This player has a zone
Saquon Barkley. Saquon Barkley, in real life, I feel like would not get as much value as he does in Madden. Like, probably like pretty much the same thing like the Niners got. Well, have to trade for Christian McCaffrey, which was a 2nd, a 3rd, and a 4th next year. because he's kind of around that same player, except I would say slightly worse, just because like he has a bit more injury history. So, well, I guess I don't know. I don't know. But what team could use him? I mean, the Chiefs could, but I don't want to give the Chiefs another freaking weapon on offense. So no. I mean, there's not a lot of teams out there that kind of need a running back. I guess the Panthers kind of do with. I mean, Miles Sanders is good and all, but like, it's not that good. But the problem is like they have no assets to use. The Raiders, no. The Rams, I mean, they technically could, but Kyler Williams is still pretty decent. Ravens, I think he could be perfect in the Ravens system. So how about like 2 first-round picks? And how about like just like a decent interior DN like Broxton Johnson Jr.? How about that? Alright. Trade accepted, 2 first-round picks, and Bird Joxic Washington Jr. for exchange of Saquon Barkley. Which, again, in real life, that would probably never happen, honestly. But now our team really is set and ready to go to start this inevitable rebuild. But again, our defense didn't really change that much. Just like the only thing that really changed was a depth piece for a bridge player and Leonard Williams. Which, that was the only big change, I guess. Like, outside of that, our defense is pretty much the same, but our offense is completely different, where we can hopefully improve on it. I think later down the line, I think I will be trading these receivers. I think I would like to keep Isaiah Hodgins, but Darius Slayton, I think, is going to be a guy I'm going to probably trade. So, those are going to be players that I would like to trade, obviously. Again, this team is very interesting, you could say. Because, like, they had a good, again, they had a good season last year. Like, they made it to the playoffs, they were in a 9-7-1 record, they beat the Vikings, which, yeah, they were frauds that season, but you get the point. And then they got destroyed by the Eagles. And then, like, they had I would say a good offseason. I don't think it was amazing just because of the factor they literally barely did anything outside of the draft where they... Well, I mean, they kind of did some stuff. Like, they signed a Bobby Okereke. They traded Darren Waller, which I think was the biggest move out of the entire offseason. And the draft was very questionable. Like, yeah, I'm not saying corner was a terrible need and they need it. Like, I'm not saying that. They did need corner. It's just a very interesting, to say the least, that they didn't decide to go get a wide receiver. In my opinion, it was very interesting. Like, why couldn't you just decide to trade up with the Seahawks to go get JSN? I don't know, but life is filled with mysteries, hey? And then you got drafting John Schmitz Jr. He was a steal, I think, during that part of the round. Don't get me wrong. But again, same thing. They could have used the receiver, but I mean, it did work when they did end up getting Jalen Hyatt, which a lot of people said that he was going to be a late first-round pick. So, I mean, I guess it kind of did work, but their draft was definitely very interesting, to say the least. Like, because I said this again, and I'll say it again. They could have definitely Justin went and traded up and drafted JSN or whoever they wanted to draft, because all the receivers were going to be available at that spot, and they could have drafted literally any pass catcher too. So that was very interesting. So our season is around where they actually are right now. Funny enough, in 2-5, which I think is actually very funny. Again, like, I think it's funny that this is where they exactly are in real life. So that's actually very interesting, in my opinion, in that matter. That they're kind of around where they're around. So, again, that's just my opinion. So let's just see where our rankings are. I think I might too. Yeah, I might. Probably. I think. So our offense has been good, which I think is very interesting, while our defense is completely garbage. Which, again, like I said, is very interesting. But again, I'm also running the Giants playbooks for now. I'll never know that I might not want to. I think this year, is quarterback, or do I want to just go with receiver, just to see if I can try to find, like, that top dog receiver that I kind of need, no offense. Or I could go with corner, which is actually a pretty big need, because we don't have any good corners outside of Deontay Banks, so... There are a lot of options here. Or left end. I mean, we could use some interior D linemen after we cut trading both Deontay Johnson and also, Robinson and Leonard Williams. So, but I don't know. Do I want to go quarterback, which is more reasonable, or do I want to go like receiver, or I could go running back technically? None of these decisions are going to be terrible. It's just like, are they going to be worth it? Oh, and this is another thing that pisses me off too. This class does not make it easy on me. Where there are 3 quarterbacks in the top 5 at 3, 4, and 5. And then there's a corner in the top 5, which he probably will be top 5 talent in Michael Woodson. And then there's a wide receiver in Victor Batista. Why does this draft not help me? I think I'm gonna go with quarterback, I guess, just because the fact like there are 3 top 5 quarterbacks in the draft. On that reason on its own. So, like, I know both. Like, the only thing I want to know about Victor Batista is he actually worth the first overall pick? That is my main question. It seems to be he's very athletic, but you never know until, like, the actual, like, combine and stuff happen. But he has amazing traits. Literally, the lowest trait of, like, he's guaranteed to not have an F. Which, that is very interesting. He's guaranteed to not have an F at anything. Which is, honestly, a little interesting. Then you got Michael Woodson, who is catching man, which I kind of figured. B, impressed, but B to D in zone. He also seems, again, to be very athletic, except maybe more likely. And yeah, like, again, another player that I want, but the problem is I'm going to have to decide which player do I want. And that's going to suck. And there's our 3 quarterbacks, which I would love to have one of them. But it sucks I'm probably not going to. Like, what I kind of am planning to do is just to not take a quarterback this year and try to build around him for next year. So to like take players like Victor Batista and Michael Woodson probably, and hope that they actually are good players. Obviously, though, I would like to see how good they actually are heading into the season. Obviously, I don't think this is the smartest idea, like when I could literally draft all these other positions. So I don't think it's the smartest decision. But it's kind of just a decision I kind of have to do. And hopefully this does work out and I don't regret this decision at all. But before we go simulate to the off season, we're going to simulate to week 11. To hopefully, to kind of figure a little bit out of what are these top 5 talents and what they actually are going for them. Okay, so the Jets beat us 20-10, very low score game. I guess that's kind of when I'm not surprised. Jason Pinnock is has his breakout thing. I actually kind of forgot that we're signing players, so let me just see if there's any player that I want to bring back or not. I don't think there is going to. Oh, we have negative
These
$50
players on the last
okay,
year of
that
their
doesn't help. It does kind of suck because there are a lot of free agents I would like to bring back, like Zinni McKinney, Isaiah Simmons, Paris Campbell, and Isaiah Hodgins. All of those players would like to bring back, but guess what? I can't because we are seriously broke. I mean, unless there's like a player that can free us like $100 million in cap, which none of them probably will. we're kind of screwed here. I mean, I could cut Danny Mones, but at the same time, he's like one of the only corners on our roster. But either way, if I somehow figured out a way to do that, we're probably barely or still not going to have enough cap. So I don't think it's really even bother. I don't want to even bother doing it. So yeah, but there is a breakout. Oh well, I need to check that. Why am I such an idiot sometimes? Alright, so we're going against the Raiders, which they are very good in simulation. Frick you, by the way. And then we're going against the Cowboys. Yay. We're going against another team that's broken in the frickin' Madden system. Like, it's really annoying when we're going against, like, these specific teams, because they're just, like, irritating. So now we're going against the Cowboys, so pretty much we have to win every game if we had a chance to make it to the postseason, which we're probably not going to, by the way. So hopefully we just lose all of the games and get the first overall pick. That's what I want, is us to just lose games, get the first overall pick, and trade those 2 first-round picks that we got this year, and hope that this team can just, like, do things. So yeah, we have a lot of, well, just players that are on IR when they really shouldn't. Oh, so he's out for the year. Okay, well, that's great. You can get removed off the IR. I didn't know that we actually had Aaron Gordon. I thought it was, like, cut or something. Azio Jalari, he is back from IR. Hopefully he can actually get, like, 4 sacks by the end of the season. That's all I want. Like, the one thing I definitely want for this team is to lose, obviously, but also play close at least. Like, make the game close and not just sucked the entire game. That's just what I want. So, like, let's say, for example, we did end up, like, okay, so I don't know how, but we beat the Cowboys, which I am not going to complain with, but at the same time, I don't know why, and then also kind of throws us off from the tank jobs, though. Thanks a lot. Okay, so we got our idea of what the quarterbacks are. There are no quarterbacks in the top 5 talent, so it's not going to hurt as much, but there is a quarterback with round 1. There's a quarterback at day 3 that is round 2 to 3 talent. He could be a guy I might want to look an eye out on. And then let's go with... let's go with Cole McGee. Just like to find out some other player to do. I mean, I'll try to. I'll definitely try to. I'm gonna give you that much. Mark Gungowski, who cares? Alright, so, well, we're going to simulate to the offseason because there is a very low chance, I'll tell you, that we're going to make it to the postseason. So, but I'm just curious, how bad are we? So we're projected right now to, well, from this in that matter, to get, like, I think, like, the 7th overall pick, which isn't bad. Just the problem is I would prefer a top 5 pick, preferably the number 2 and number 1 overall picks. But let's face it, that's not gonna happen. So with both of our picks, the problem, like, the only concern I have is it's gonna be a little bit more to trade up to get the other player that I want for exchange, like, you know, of this. Like for example, let's say, like, both of the picks are, like, high picks, like 30, 31, something like that. That's going to be a problem, because that means I'm probably going to trade another asset, even if I could just trade a 3rd round pick, and it wouldn't really be that much of a problem. But then, the other problem is if we actually are going to have, a decent, like, a surprisingly, like, outside the top 5 draft pick. So that's just my personal concern, but outside of that, I don't think I really have a concern. But it seems like this offensive scheme, or I should say offensive just like playbook, is going to probably just be the same. While I think the defense might change. But again, I'm going to wait and see a little bit. But I think I kind of might want to just because again, our defense is not doing that well. So it also kind of just sucks as well that this defense is 3-4. Like, I always have a problem with 3-4 defenses just because of the factor that they kind of never work. And it's very annoying when that happens. So yeah. What's funny, like, I think it's funny how we, like, again, I still think this is funny. Like, I think we went from, from this week? I don't remember how many we had before this. Well, I wouldn't say this week, but last week started. So we went 7-10. Are you freaking kidding me? Tyrod Taylor had the most passing yards. What the actual hell? What? Okay. So we had the number 5 offense, but I'm assuming... And our defense was okay during the end of the year. What the hell? Okay, he didn't make it MVP voting. Thank God, because that would have made no sense, but... Did, like, any of our receivers made it? Isaiah Hodgins made it. What the hell is happening? Like, yeah, I'm assuming nobody was going to make it on the defensive side of the ball. It's anything but offense. We didn't have... Oh, yeah, we did have a rookie. Deontay Banks. Did he make it to the top 10 best quarterbacks? He made it. He made it number 10. Well, number 10, it's not that bad, but still, what the frick? Like, what the hell? This is Tyrod Taylor. Tyrod Taylor. Can I just say that real quick? Tyrod Taylor. I don't remember the last time he ever started a game. Well, not started a game. Like, being, like, the starter week 1. I think the last time he did start was with the Texans, I think. But yeah, you get the point. It's like... It's insanely insulting to the entire NFL that he had the most passing yards. It's just extremely insulting. So yeah, we will be upgrading him a little bit because he should not have as bad as he should be. Eric Gray, he honestly did okay as a running back, the starting running back, so I don't blame him there. Paris Campbell had the most receiving yards, while and also had the most receptions, 105. Yeah, what's up, Sold Yeet. But while that, Isaiah Hodgins had 10 touchdowns. You know what's actually interesting? Paris Campbell had more receptions, yards, and then more average per catch in game, while he has more... Oh, I guess that makes sense, because he averaged more after the catch. He has more touchdowns. We're doing the Giants. Run after catch average is 5.2. The longest reception he had was 75. The games, he actually played all 17 games, and he didn't even play more snaps. Oh, that's interesting. So, yeah, but then over 1,000 yards with Darius Slayton, who could be a nice trade piece. Okay. Even, like, Daniel Bellinger, like, played really well, too. Like, what the frick? And then Jalen Wyatt even played alright. He was not even, like, on the field most of the time. Okay, not surprisingly, Evan Neal allowed, like, 15 frickin' sacks, but who was our sacks leader? I'm assuming it was Dexter Lawrence, right? No, it was Kayvon Thibodeau with 8.5. Dexter Lawrence with the second most at 5.5, but very disappointing in terms of pass rush, though. I mean, I guess it's not that disappointing when we lost to Z Ojolari most of the season. Bobby Okereke and Dane Belgian had 3 interceptions, 2 for Jason Pinlock, then 1 interception for Darmy Holmes, Deontay Banks, Kamate Flott, and Nick McLeod. So, sweet. Like, I am still incredibly confused of how in the heck does he have the most passing yards out of any team. And also the fact we made it 7-10. I also think that's weird. I got no idea. Well, the Chiefs made it to the Super Bowl. Okay. I want to see, yeah, so the rewards are, wow. Rasheem Rice won both Offensive MVP and Offensive Rookie of the Year. That's never happened ever, I'm pretty sure. Like, it's like, I remember having like this stupid dream when I was a kid where I'm like, my goal when I get into the NFL, I'm going to be a quarterback, win both MVP, and like just all the rewards you could possibly get from a quarterback, which is Offensive MVP, MVP, and Offensive Rookie of the Year. But I don't think you can get Offensive MVP anymore. So that's actually really nice. I'm glad that you can't anymore. Okay. So it seems like both of our coaching gigs are going to stay. Do I actually want to fire him? No, I guess so. I'm doing good. Alright, let's see here. This is like one of the most boring parts. I wish there was a setting that's just like auto all of this. It's very annoying when I have to do this. It's really irritating. It's like, it takes a long time. Well, like, it doesn't take a long time, but when you have a lot of traits crap, it really takes so long. It's actually annoying. So, I just want to quickly mention that. Like, I just want to quickly mention that. Oh, so my YouTube video that I made yesterday has published, but I'm not saying, like, you gotta go watch it or anything, or especially now when that mattered, but it is out there if you guys are interested. So, yeah, but, I think we're still in the negatives, which, again, is very unfortunate, because that means we're gonna have to let go of a couple of players that they would like to keep. But, no, we can't. So, yeah, like, that's what I would recommend. Okay, so we have $3 million in cap. Yeah, we can't really do anything with that. Like, if I wanted to sign any of these players, we would still not have enough money. So, yeah, we're kind of frickin' screwed. So, unfortunately, all of those players are going to be set to walk for free agency. And I'm also going to trade Darius Slayton. So, we are kind of falling apart here. And it's kind of because of the stupid cap situation that we're in. So, hopefully... sure. Yeah, I could. Yes, so this is our, do I want to, like, what is Bob Okereke's contract? I'm just a little curious because he's going to get into that point where he's going to progress soon, so I'm kind of curious to see what his contract is looking like. He's going to be paid like $11-12 million a year. It's not that bad. I'll take it. Like, it's not that bad. It's not that bad. Darius Slayton, yep, exactly what I said. We're going to trade him for the first overall pick. So, yeah, like, again, we're going to try to trade him for the first overall pick. Wow, so all of our picks are in the middle of the pack, which I'm very surprised that it is. So we'll trade for the Bears later, but who actually has the number 1 overall pick? The Cardinals do. I'm assuming this might get accepted, because Darian Slayton is solid. Okay, just barely not. So how about a 7th next year? So 7th next year and the 10th overall pick, and Darius Slayton for exchange of the 1st overall pick. And then you got picks 12 and 16. Here's the thing. I think I could work out a trade where I don't have to trade both first-round picks for exchange of the number 2 overall pick. Obviously, yeah, it's going to be maybe worth a 2nd and a 3rd. So I think I'm better off just trying to trade both first-round picks for exchange of the number 2. But the thing is here, we don't really... The thing is, they're getting the overall haul over it. So we could probably try to trade a player or something for exchange to make this work. Otherwise, it kind of would just be a fleece. No offense. So, what do I want to trade, though? That's the thing. I can't trade for their first-round pick next year. That's unrealistic, in my opinion. I mean, do I want to try to trade Jalen Johnson? I don't think this is going to get it. No, actually, it might. But the question is just, do I want Jalen Johnson? Not really, because then what's the point of trading up? So, this is tough. Because, there's not a lot that I want. I mean, I guess I could want Jamal Brisker since we don't have a safety at the moment. You know what? Let's just see this. Number 2 and a 20. Let's just see this. Okay, so it's not quite accepted. But how about just a 3rd-round pick in there and, let's throw, I don't know, a 5th-round pick? Or 105th pick? I guess that works. Yep, the trade is accepted. So we're swapping picks. Swapping first-round picks. So we're getting the Bears and Panthers first-round pick, while they're getting the Bears. Oh wait, no, never mind. They're getting whatever they had, and then we're trading I think somebody else's 3rd-round pick or ours. I don't know. And then we're also trading for a 4th-round pick. So it's interesting to say the least how that trade worked, but yeah, I'm not gonna complain. But again, this is our team heading into the offseason. It's not that good at all. We still have a lot of holes in the roster. Now we also have a need at receiver. Not because, well, we don't have WR1. It's because we kind of do actually need a receiver. Seriously. Our best receiver now is Jalen Hyatt. Yeah. Jalen Hyatt is now my best receiver. What was he? The 6th receiver last year? Before we traded all those players? Yeah, that's how bad our receiving room is kind of looking like. That's kind of a yikes.
Viewer players, you have 3
Okay, so Saquon Barkley wants to come back. Guess what? I have 440K. I am not about to be able to even make a single free agent signing. So, you know what? Let's just simulate 1 week. We are going to actually simulate week by week because I am going to try to, 100% scout all of these players. I'm assuming they're going to project us to take a quarterback. I'm assuming so. But, again, you never know in this world. And, no, they're actually projecting us to get edge rushers, which I think is very interesting. Wow, they dropped... This guy, especially, he dropped from... being number 2 to now number 8. That's a yikes. And it's he's not even that athletic at all. He's very athletic. And let's see his traits. But he should be around 80%, I'm pretty sure, scouted. So, yeah, average rate is C and above. And even like the C's outside of catching traffic don't really matter that much. So Victor Batista is just guaranteed to be amazing. He's just guaranteed. Michael Woodson, okay, yeah, he's going to be a beast. Yeah, he has good agility and then great acceleration, but he has elite speed, and he ran a 4.25 in on college pro day. Like, that is crazy. You know what's also crazy? The fact he also could play kick return. Yeah, that's kind of scary. Like, Michael Woodson. Alright, I'm gonna be right back because my mom wants me, so I'll be right back. Alrighty, I am back from my mom is just telling me how, like, talking to me about how school was and stuff, so yeah, but yeah, so yeah, like, it's safe to say that getting Michael Woodson and Victor Batista are just going to probably just be the priority. So then we can hopefully build around our team with, or I should say our quarterback, which actually might be drafting a quarterback, which I never thought we would. And they were like, we also have the 20th overall pick. I'm not going to use that probably on a quarterback, though, but it also kind of also depends where are we at in quarterbacks. Like, if there is a round 1 to 2 talent, I guess I could try to worth a shot, maybe try to take one. But if not, we're going to try to take that one quarterback that's round 2 to 3 talent. Which, yeah, he might not be our starting quarterback, but at least he's probably guaranteed to be a backup. So that's like something. So yeah, number 1 and number 2 overall picks. You already know exactly what I'm going to be using with these picks. Victor Batista, who is going to be a freaking nature. And yeah, hidden development, 95 acceleration, 96 agility, 93 change of direction, and 92 speed. Also 63 strength, which is not that bad for a receiver. If you think like that's bad for if you're moving into offensive lineman, yeah, he is, but yeah. Then the next player we're going to be taking is Michael Woodson.
On the clock now.
Yeah. Hidden development, 92 inch acceleration, 89 agility, with 96 speed, and 92 change of direction. Yeah, Michael Woodson, Victor Batista, yeah, those two are about to be freaks in this league. When they actually have a quarterback and also a defensive lineman that can get after the quarterback.
And now on the clock.
So the 20th pick is kind of just like whoever's good. Like, unless there's a quarterback. Okay, there are quarterbacks available, and one of them is round 1 talent. I am very surprised that Brandon Putler is available. I'm very surprised, but I'm not going to complain. He is 23, which is something I will note. And honestly, there's not a lot of good traits with him. I mean, yeah, he's first round pick, so that means he's going to be at least around like a 74 overall, but just like, there's just something about him that really kind of scares me, and why I'm probably not going to take it. So let's just like see who are available. So then there's David Howard, who I actually did develop a little, like I did look at a little bit, because I just couldn't find anybody, I think. So, Minigan, I don't really know, but that and acceleration, good agility, a great street speed and strength. I think he'd be a very good just interior DN. He is hidden development, 84 speed, 84 acceleration, 83 agility, and 81 strength. Not that bad, and I think he'd be good enough to be an interior DN, which is what I was drafted to be in the first place. Then the next pick, let's try to get an O-line. Like, let's not try to kill our quarterback here. Mainly interior, mainly just the guards, because we don't really have any. We could use another receiver, or we'd be going for that receiving back, but let's see here. Okay, no guards for round 2 to 3 talent. Okay. Let's try to look for, like, a lineman who could be decent at guard. Like, in terms of athleticism-wise. 6'6", 313 pounds. Yeah, he could be good enough. Let's see here, though. Let's see him. Wow. He's an amazing athlete. What the frick? Well, turns for an old lineman. He isn't amazing in power and running back, which is good. I mean, run block, which is a bit of a concern, but this is for right tackles, which are a little bit worse in overall rating, so, yeah. But in development, we've only drafted hidden dead players, so I'm not that mad right now. Well, I mean, 2 picks are definitely guaranteed hidden developments. I was a little concerned with the other one, and especially him too, but hey, I'm not going to complain. Now we have our next pick in the 3rd round. Let's see what we want to use this pick with. I think it's probably going to be just that quarterback in the later round. I guess it kind of also depends on how much I feel about him. He is 21 years old. He's actually has amazing accuracy. He's decent athletic. He's decently athletic. Hey, why not? You know, 3rd round pick. There's potential with him. Not saying he's probably going to be your starting quarterback. Let's face it, he's probably not going to. But it's a 3rd round pick. It's not like a 1st round pick or a 2nd round pick where we're flying on a quarterback with normal development. No. This is just a quarterback that we took in the 3rd round. It's like Malik Willis. Low risk, high rewards, maybe. That's pretty much what he was. Pretty much also a safe pick, too, just because he's around 2 to 3 talent. So he's probably guaranteed 68 or above overall rating, which that's pretty good on its own. So I knew he was going to be like normal dev or something, but I'm not going to complain. So yeah, our draft, in my opinion, was very good in terms of depth trades, but let's actually hope that they're actually good overalls. So Bashman trading, yeah, I'll worry about that later. Let's see here. Give me some high overalls. And yeah, 82 overall, both Victor Batista and Michael Woodson. Yeah, I think that was pretty worth it trying to trade both of these players. Then we got David Howard, which will be moved to interior DN. Robert Rasman will be moved to guard. And potentially our new quarterback of the future. Potentially. I said potentially, so take that with a little bit of a grain of salt. We actually also found a nice guard in the later round. Yeah, he has normal dead, which that might mean he might just be a backup, but still, that's not that bad. So, yeah, David Howard will be moved to right end. Hopefully that actually does impact his overall from a 71 to a 72. But, again, that's what I'm hoping for here. He is a 73, though, actually, at right ends. I'm not going to complain, but I didn't expect him to actually be 2 overalls higher. Then, this guy will be moved to guard, where he's most likely going to probably be a 75. Who knows, he could be a 76. And he is a 74. He's still a 74 at guard? That's interesting. I guess he must have barely made it 74, I guess? I don't know. But yeah, there's no other positions I'm going to be moving around, so that's fine. Our worst pick was the linebacker, which was a 63, but I'm not going to complain. So yeah, apparently we have 0 cap space. Probably because of Daniel Jones or something, I guess. I don't know. But here's to take a look at our team. Our offense is pretty good. I feel like I mean, yeah, our receivers could use a little bit more work, but that's kind of about it. And I guess running back as well. But I think outside of that, maybe another receiver and a running back, and maybe a better quarterback. This offense is all right, and our defense I think is nearly set. Maybe another linebacker and safeties, obviously, and maybe another corner, maybe. But besides that, I think this is a set roster that just needs more experience and needs to get better. But again, outside of that, I think this team is good enough to maybe go to the playoffs. Maybe. For now, I guess I will be keeping the exact same playbooks just because of the Jets. I mean, not the Jets defense. The Giants defense did improve a lot more than I thought it was going to, so hey, I'm not going to complain. But I'm just a little curious. So, Boogie Bashman, who literally is just getting juggled around, is once again going on to a different team. I'm not joking around that I'm saying that he literally juggles around on different teams because he pretty much does. 6th round pick. I don't really care. Just get him out of here. Period. So there you go. It doesn't really change that much except in death reasons, but who cares about him? So, yeah. There's actually, temp boost for some players, which is nice, I guess. So, yeah, but we're going to simulate to the mid-season mark and see what happens, I guess. And I'll see you guys at mid-season. So once again, we're 2-5, which I'm kind of disappointed, not gonna lie, especially how better our roster is this year. So, yeah, but we have the 14th best offense. I guess I'm not gonna complain that much about it. But then we also have the 15th best defense. But at least our defense has been improved this year. Our quarterback doing pretty alright for himself. Eric Gray doing decent. Again, we kind of still could use a better running back. Victor Batista's just going off with 6 touchdowns and 528 total yards. Sacks allowed. Evan Neal is still freaking allowing every sack. But outside of that, we're not really allowing that much sacks. And this is coming from 2 rookie guards, too. So that's nice. Then on defense, I really just care about sacks and interceptions here. Dexter Lawrence, 4.5. Kayvon Thibodeau with 3.5. David Howard also with 3.5. Ben McGletton with 1. But, I mean, again, there's still a long season we have. Well, I should say second half. Kayvon Thibodeau, Jason Pinlock, Aaron Robertson, and Deontay Banks, all with 1 interception. We haven't gotten interceptions a lot lately. But yeah. Yeah, I noticed I was muted. Yeah, I did know. Because I literally said, see you to the mid-season mark, and now we're here. At first, I honestly thought for a sec I actually was muted, and I'm like, ooh, that's yikes. But obviously I'm not. But let's just see the overall ratings, and also see depth traits, because I'm kind of curious to see what our receiver and cornerbacks are going to be. So receiver, Superstar X Factor. Honestly, I'm not that surprised. He's most likely going to probably be a 99 overall, maybe, when he's done upgrading. Michael Woodson with Superstar, that's okay. Again, obviously, I still think he's going to get into the 90s eventually, and heck, he could get X Factor, who knows. But, yeah, I still think he will get to the 90s. It's just not going to be as easy as, unlike Batista, who has Superstar X Factor. But, again, I'm also very happy with both of our guards. Both of our guards yet to allow a sack, just Evan Neal allowing so many freaking sacks. It's kind of getting annoying, but that's, again, not really entirely his fault when we have a rookie quarterback under center. I will simulate to the playoffs. I mean, again, I don't think we're going to make it to the playoffs by any means, but you never know. So I will see you guys at the mid-season mark. Or I should say not mid-season. That would be a little redundant, don't you think? So I'll see you guys in the playoffs. Alright, well, we went 14. Well, I wish it was 14-3. We went 4-13. Not that bad, but still a little disappointed in the end of today. Like, I knew our season last year was inexplicably way better, but even then, like, I still was expecting around that amount good. Okay, so we are the 24th ranked in offense, 19th ranked in defense. Again, I'm still gonna wait and see another year at this playbooks. I think I will be changing the defensive playbook either way, though. We actually went and got Ryan Tannehill. He played a couple of snaps, I guess. But our quarterback did alright. I mean, yeah, he did throw 11 interceptions and only had a 62 completion percentage, but he did alright. Eric Gray, he did okay, and he's more of a backup running back, so having him as a starter is a little head-scratching right now. Victor Batista had an amazing season. He actually might win Offensive Rookie of the Year, maybe. Jalen Hyatt with over 1,000 yards. Heck, Durvis Davis had a decent rookie year. Or I should say sophomore year. Evan Neal just being the frickin' sack machine. Literally allowing the most sacks every frickin' game, probably. Sacks gotten... Wow, David Howard got 9.5. Dexter Lawrence with 7. Kayvon Thibodeau, 6.5. Broxton Washington Jr. with 3. Zio Jalari with 2. And then on and so forth with all the other players. 3 interceptions, Michael Woodson. Right? Yep. 2 interceptions for Bobby Okereke and Michael McFarland. 1 interception for Kayvon Thibodeau, Jason Peacock, Deontay Banks, Aaron Robertson, and Rashawn Torres second. But I'm just curious. Is there any, like... I know there's probably... What the frick? Okay. That's unexpected. I did not expect him to have that good of a season. Okay. I'm not going to complain, but I'm a little surprised. So yeah, easily, yeah, he won Offensive Rookie of the Year. But even then, like, he wouldn't even won. He had he had 400... Bro, that is so foul, bro. David Howard at least was close to getting Defensive Rookie of the Year. Best quarterback. He was the top 5 of the best quarterbacks in the entire league. He was above Brock Purdy. But that's kind of it. There's really nothing else to it. Yeah, he didn't make it. Not surprising. Did our receiver make it? Probably, yeah, he did. Above the likes of Scary Terry, Mike Evans, and Deebo Samuel. Does that mean none of our alignment? Rob, what is up with this class? I don't know why, but this class just keeps impressing me. I don't know how. This class just, like, keeps impressing me. I mean, I honestly, like, just can't tell you how. Kayvon Thibodeau with 7. That's not bad. DBs, I'm just being... How does this keep happening? How? What, like... How? Just, like... Explain to me how. Does this make any sense? Did Michael Woodson get, like, Superstar X Factor or something during the season? Or does he even have it now in that matter? I'm honestly just curious. So, he's an 86 overall. He's a 73. I guess he could be our guy, technically. Like, there are going to be some depth traits that I'm going to upgrade. Like, for example, Kayvon Thibodeau, I think I will be upgrading him to Superstar. He's going, like, most of our rookies are going up. Like, not the, where's the other rookie? Did he get hurt or something during the season? I guess he did. Because, like, he's not showing up. And he's not an outside linebacker. What happened? Did he get hurt? Dude, that's actually insane. If he actually got hurt, and he actually missed, like, long periods of time, he actually probably would have won a Defensive Rookie of the Year. Let's see here. Yeah, he's out. But the question is how long was he out for? I mean, I'm assuming with a dislocated knee, he was out for a long time. No, he was out for week 16, so... Yeah, but, like, looking at how many games he didn't get a sack, there's, like, 5... He only got it was 6. For 6 games, he didn't get a sack. That's not that bad, honestly. To me, it's not that bad. In my opinion. It's not terrible. It's not good, obviously, still, because, like, 6 sack, like, even if we have players like Kayvon Thibodeau and just, like, stuff like that, it's still ridiculous. How are we still in negative cap space? How? I don't understand what the heck is going on. Daniel Jones, I swear to God you have something to do with it. I really want to freaking beat you. Like, there are going to be a lot of players that are getting depth trait upgrades. Like, I know it's kind of weird to give Michael Woodson the Superstar X Factor, because kind of, like, you didn't win Defensive Rookie of the Year or anything like that, but the fact he went from his rookie year, he was the 8th in best corners of the entire league, kind of just speaks for itself, honestly. In my opinion, in that matter. Chiefs win the Super Bowl against the Commanders. Nothing really I don't really care about, except the fact that Jay Christian actually won Offensive Rookie of the Year. But Stephen Caron, who the Cardinals drafted with, I'm assuming, one of the draft picks that they didn't had from maybe us, I feel like, I don't know, end up winning Rookie of the Year, or Defensive Rookie of the Year, I should say. But our quarterback, I think he is our guy. I mean, safe to say, I think he's definitely our guy. And I think I will also move him, not from star, but to superstar dev. No, what? No, I'll keep him at star. I'm not gonna be like a cheap freaking give him superstar. I'm not gonna show you that I'm an entirely just greedy and just giver of depth traits. Like, I mean, I would prefer to give David Howard superstar because I'm pretty sure he's at star dev at the moment. But no, because I'm not that greedy, like I said. You know what? I'll keep him at Superstar. I'm very close to considering giving him Superstar X Factor, but I think Superstar is pretty much fine where he is. But Kayvon Thibodeau, I think I will give Superstar just because he was, like I said, the 7th best linebacker. I feel like if you ever made it to the top 5, or Kayvon Thibodeau in this manner, not being super high overall, should get a dev upgrade. That's my opinion. I don't care what you say. But there it goes. So our defense honestly looks pretty good. Just again, like besides our safeties at the moment. I'm gonna move him though to left end. The only reason of why is just because then it just doesn't look so weird that he's kind of like. Also, I think it might just barely upgrade our overall. I'm assuming. I don't know if it did. I don't think it did though. Okay, so I think we will be changing our offensive scheme as well as our defensive playbook. So, yeah, but defensive coordinator I will keep for now. But you're not in my saving grace. You're kind of in the hot seat. So, hope you don't want to get fired. West Coast Power Run, sure. My playbook I want to do. I think I'm going to just do Jacksonville. Jacksonville just always works. So, yeah. That actually probably is going to come back to bite me. Saying that it always works. When it probably doesn't. How much cap space do we have this year? I swear, like, if we don't have a lot, it's going to be pretty annoying. Yeah, we have 109. That's kind of what I figured. I don't think we're going to have a lot of players to sign this year. I don't, like, in the top of my head, I don't think there's a lot of players who are going to sign this year. Which I guess is a kind of a breath of fresh air, so then I could just, like, worry about the contracts that we have to deal with now, and also try to get some free agents, so, I mean, hey, that's nice. Like, I'm assuming this is the 2021? Wait, is this 2021? Yeah, I think it is the 2021 class. I don't remember. Because this game came out, what again? Like, yeah, it came out in 2023. 4 years ago was 2019. So, yeah, maybe it's actually 2020. I don't remember. No, Blame me. So, yeah. This is actually going to be very interesting all season because now we actually have money and we're also, like, quarterback is going to be a very interesting thing because if there is definitely a good quarterback out there, I think I will take him despite we have a good quarterback already. But, again, like, it's not his fault. It's just the fact that the quarterback is significantly higher overall and probably has X factor, so. Or star still, which he does have. So we have $111 million in cap. But again, there is not a lot we want to bring back. The only player I want to bring back is this Leo Jolari. So, yeah, I'm not going to complain. Wanting to bring back one player. So there you go. He's back. And we still have over $100 million in cap space. So, yeah, I'm not going to complain. We're going to look for a punter, though. I'm going to admit that much. But hopefully there are some good safeties in free agency. I guess also a receiver, maybe quarterback, running back, I don't know, something like that. Just really any of the big needs that we kind of need. If there is like a Nick Bosa, I feel like I might want to take it just because like they're like could use a pass rusher. Okay, so Trevor Lawrence. Is he like worth it? I guess so, maybe. Like, if he accept this of a contract, I guess I could work it out. Like this. This is the contract I'll give you. The thing is he has no interest, so who knows? Like, okay, so we're the #1 favorites. Okay, so we might be getting him. Nick Chubb, I want to get Nick Chubb, but like, I get him way too much. And plus, he's a bit too expensive, so you know what? Let's go get Javonte Williams. Let's get him. He also has decent interest to, well, coming here, which is really nice. Then another player I want to get is Jalen Waddle. We need a big-time playmaker, and what is he? A big-time playmaker with also amazing speed. So there you go. We got another hopefully good weapon on offense. For whoever is that quarterback. Jordan Poyer, I guess we could give him a 1-year deal just because I don't think there's any good safeties in this class. So I guess this 1-year deal wouldn't hurt. Reed Blankenship. Yeah, sure, let's go get him. He's a decent safety. He's like, he's not gonna be anything special or anything. Just like, again, he's gonna just be a good enough safety. You know? So, let's see here. Will we be getting all these players? Okay, so they're all on teams and they're all on us. So that's nice. So yes, that does mean now that our quarterback will be him. Nice. Young Ku. Okay, so we do got Grand Antonio, so I guess that's fine, even if I would like to get Young Ku. Is there like any punter that has interest? Okay, there's Ryan Stormhouse. He's a old, reliable friend that I have at punter. He's not a friend with me in real life, guys. Don't worry about that. Greg Newsom is still available. You know what? Let's just go all in. Let's try to get Greg Newsom. Like, we're kind of going all in here because we kind of, I feel like this team is going to be good enough to try to make a decent run this year. Who's available? There's Josie Jewell, which he's only getting one offer, but I'm also, you know what, let's try to get a 1-year deal on him, but I think we're going to give him an offer. You know what, 2-year deal. I think he's going to be good enough for another 2 years. Alright. He has the most interest in coming with us, so that's a good thing. But I think that's it in terms of free agents. I mean, do I want to get Micah Glenshie? I don't think we're gonna have enough money to get him. Yeah, we don't. Like, I had to, like, unless he accepts, like, this, I don't think he, but honestly, though, I don't think he will. Like, there's no way he's going to. There's zero way. Yeah, like, we're the second least interest. Well, the least interest in terms of what we're getting him is actually worth. So, let's see here. We only got Juicy Jewel. I'm not gonna complain, obviously, because the other free agents, like, I didn't really care that much to get. But Juicy Jewel is definitely just a guy who can bring some experience to the table. But, hey, I'm pretty glad with our team. We got a quarterback, we got a running back, we got a WR1 to help out Victor Batista, who's already pretty much a WR1. So now we have 2 WR1s. And on defense, we have Howard, who hopefully can improve of a cutoff rookie year. Ezekiel Jalari, who's a decent edge rusher. Kayvon Thibodeau, who hopefully can finally get double-digit sacks for once. Bobby Okereke. Like, this defense is pretty good. I think I could use, though, a backup safety, just in case. And maybe a backup running back. But I think that's kind of it. Like, our defense is good enough. I just... backup safety or a future safety, because Jordan Poyer is just going to be a short-term option. And heck, if there's a corner I'm kind of interested in, I guess I could draft him. So, yeah, so there's that. So, we're not quite done rebuilding this team yet. There's still some needs, like strong safety's a need, because Jordan Poyer is just a short-term option. Linebacker, because again, Juicy Jewell is a short-term option, and Bobby Okereke is not going to be there for long, probably. Corner is kind of a need, honestly. We could use a backup running back, even if I just said that Eric is alright. And guard maybe, I don't know, something like that. I also forgot that we actually have quarterback as our focus scout position, which, again, we just got Trevor Lawrence, so that's probably going to come bite us in the butt. And also, the best part about how good our draft pick is that it's a high draft pick, so we could potentially just trade down and get more draft picks later on, which is, say it with me, very nice. So they go with a quarterback, again, we don't need, out of Delaware. One of the smaller states in the country. Yeah, so mainly there are just quarterbacks available, which that kind of stinks. There are no players that I want for a while, so I guess we could just trade back. Or what I could do, which I think I might prefer it a little bit more, is go get a good corner. I mean, not an extremely, amazing corner. We don't need one of those. Linebacker we kind of could use. Just to actually have some linebackers there. So, the number 2 overall pick, what I'm going to try to do with it is turn that into, hopefully, a corner and a... Alright, let's see here. Derek Stingley. You know what? Let's try to get Tariq Woolen. Tariq Woolen. And... okay, they got no linebackers. Well, that kind of ruins it. Marshawn Lattimore? No, he's just a little too old for my taste. Nate Hobbs? Actually, let's try to get Christian Gonzalez. No, we could get, a young player. But they really don't have any linebackers. Packers? I know this is not going to get accepted. There is no way this gets accepted. Oh, we don't even have the cap space for it. Oh, it's kind of it's probably because of Jerry Breer's contract. So that's something I gotta note. Sauce Gardner, he doesn't have his contract, I think, yet. Quincy Williams. And this kind of sucks. Do I just yeah, I guess I just do this, right? Just trade for Sauce Gardner.
Ladies and gentlemen, The
Wow.
current pick has
So
been
we're doing a
traded.
New York trade, and now we just got Sauce Gardner. So now we have probably one of the better secondaries now. Now we have one of the best corners in the NFC, and now have probably the best AFC corner. And then we also have Deontay Banks. So yeah, this defense is pretty legit. 27 overall pick. I hope I can turn that into, hopefully, Quay Walker. No, I don't want to do Quay Walker. Then we're going to just pay him right away. So I'm not a big fan of that, honestly. So let's just try to get like a decent young, but also good linebacker. Actually, that's probably going to be impossible to find. Because this class, the 2023 class, was not that good in terms of linebackers. So let's see here. Brent Warner? Let's try to get Brent. I don't think we're going to have enough cap space. That's the problem. We actually do. But the problem is we're probably going to have to use 2 first-round picks to get him. And I'm not about to be using 2 first-round picks just to get that linebacker. Jordan Brooks, he's alright, I guess. I think he's worth it. Just like, I think I could use maybe like a second in return. You know what? 4th. Let's throw a 4th in there. Alright, 4th and Jordan Brooks for exchange of the 17th overall pick. So yeah, this is working beautifully. Now our defense is an 85, where we're also going to be drafting a backup safety. So yeah, this is working out pretty freaking good, not gonna lie. Like, this is going perfectly. Like, every piece is just falling into place.
Now on the clock.
Now we're just gonna hope that there's actually a good strong safety in this class. Alright, let's see here. There really isn't any good strong safety. And, like, here's the thing. I don't really want to trade for a safety. So that's a problem. You know what? Let's just take a flyer. Let's just take a flyer on this guy. I know it's a reach, but, like, I really don't care.
With the next selection.
Alright,
the
he's hidden
Lions
development.
are on
That's
the
fine.
clock.
The only thing I really do care about is if he did have hidden development, which he did. So, yeah, I'm not gonna complain. So, to the end of the draft, so we're, again, like, we didn't draft anybody, so it doesn't really matter. The only thing that kind of does matter is the safety. Really, the only thing I'm asking for him is to be above a 72. That is literally all I'm asking for. That is not that much. Like, that's a pretty decent low bar. And I'm also kind of hoping that we did draft a running back. Just curious. Because, you know, we could use a backup just in case if Deontay Williams or Giante Williams got hurt or something. Because I don't like Eric Gray being our starter. And the only running back that in that matter. Like, it would be fine if we just had another, like, decent running back at the end. So, that's fine. Alright. Hope that he's decent overall, and he is at 74. I'll take that. We also have Carlos Franklin, so I guess that's alright. And Juwan Riley. I guess we're just going to have a ton of depth at safety. Nathan Gosselin, a 71 running back. Again, pretty much what I wanted around. We drafted another strong safety. Why are we drafting another strong safety when we absolutely just did not need another safety? We also got Alon Humphrey. So we kind of have good depth at linebacker now, too. So, like, now we just have a lot of depth at defense, pretty much. We have depth at linebacker. We have depth at corner. We have depth at safety. We have depth at the edge position, interior. Like, we have... Our defense is pretty depthy, which is pretty nice. But our offense is not really that depthy. I mean, I guess the receiving position, I guess. But... And I guess running back, too, and quarterback. Okay, never mind. Our team is actually pretty decently depth in general. We're going to simulate it to the playoffs. I don't think there's anything I need to do during the midseason mark, because I think our team should be complete to going to a Super Bowl run. Hopefully, because, like, we have 2 lockdown corners. We have like a good safety core. It's not amazing, but it's still good. We got a pretty good linebacking core, led by Jordan Brooks. Edge rushing, hopefully they could play good, and our interior D and D tackles should be pretty freaking good. With, Justin Howard and Dexter Lawrence. O-line, I'm just hoping that Evan Neal doesn't allow, 21 sacks like he did last year. Our quarterback should be pretty good. Our weapons should be good. Everything in our team should be good. But again, it's an if around here. It's not everything should go to play. Mm. Alright, moment of truth. And we missed the postseason one more time than September. Why? Does that make any sense? We're 10-7, and yet missed the postseason. How? So we had the 14th best offense, and then the 23rd best defense. So yeah, this defensive playbook just did not work this season. Trevor Lawrence played amazing. Nothing on you. Javonte Williams over 1,000 yards. First time from running back for a while now. 3 receivers had over 1,000 yards. And our rookie with the most somehow. Our O-line. Alright. Except from Evan Neal. But you only allowed 12 sacks this year. So that's fine. Sacks. Okay. There were not a lot of sacks. But, I mean, again, it's not that terrible since we do actually have a lot of depth at that position. Sauce Gardner, 5 interceptions. Not surprising. 3 interceptions. Bobby Okereke and Devontae Banks. 2 interceptions for Jordan Brooks. 1 interception for Kayvon Thibodeau, Michael Woodson, and Jordan Boyer. But anyway, I will be ending the video here. We'll be making a part 2 very soon because I'm just a little frustrated from this. But anyway, hope you guys enjoy. Peace.